And there we are. Week 2 has started. Josh, you got a lot better looking than last week. Representing Josh is his pleasant, beautiful wife, Ashley. Where is Josh at?
Josh is he's having an experience of a lifetime and he's fishing in Canada for the week. And he has absolutely no service or Wi-Fi. So he couldn't make it work.
Yep, and I hear we're having a fish fry at your place coming up with the fish they're bringing back.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
100%.
So Ashley is Josh, way better looking version, and our guest picker is Darla, the only guest picker ever to go undefeated. So wow. Welcome,
We're in.
Darla. And in true fashion, this is what I'm going with tonight.
Oh, good choice.
Tangerine. So yeah, we've got a lot of games that we have to go through. So and a lot of weird spreads.
Maybe we should run that intro.
Oh, good idea. Here we go. Wow, what do you think of that?
It just keeps
That was
getting
awesome.
better every time I see it.
Okay. Let's take a look at last week and in review. I went because there's not enough data to support the algorithm the algorithm's pretty dangerous. And however, I went with Bard, and Bard didn't really nail it very well. I have 4, Josh has 5, and Alex, for the guest, taking a big lead with 7. So just bizarre games. And as I was looking at it, it was weird. It was like, oh yeah, I got that winner. No, I went with Bard, and I wouldn't have done that. And we were all together at the game last Thursday, which was crazy fun.
It was a fun one. Real exciting at the end there.
So yeah, it was and it was really, really good. Darla, I got to put you in as the guest picker. It's not accepting
A guest
it.
doll.
So we will come back to that. Yeah, let's get started with the in-state rivalry. Indiana State at Indiana, the Sycamores at the Hoosiers. Darla, you started off.
Okay. I went with the Hoosiers. I think it's a really big spread, but I'm going to say they're going to also cover the spread.
Okay. Ashley, what did you and Josh come up with?
I'm gonna do the same as Darla. I think 7.5 is doable.
No, it's actually sorry, updated. The spread is 33.5.
Wait, what am I looking at?
Yeah,
you're looking at the right one, Ashley, but then it just changed this evening.
You changed the school but not the spread number.
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
Wow, that is a big spread. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going Indiana State. Because I think Indiana is going to win. They're just not going to cover the spread.
Yeah. Bard is with you, Ashley, and that's what I'm going with. It says the that it's expected Indiana will win the game by a comfortable margin, but the game will not be a blowout. And they're saying a score of 38-10. That's definitely less than 33 and a half. So, here we go. Okay, Emma, this one's for you. Indiana is at Kansas. Kansas went to a bowl game for the first time. Usually the odds give 3 points for the home team. So basically, this is a toss up because Kansas is picked by 3 points. Darla.
I'm going Kansas here, and they'll cover the spread.
So just to clarify, you said Indiana, but did you mean Illinois?
But you meant Illinois?
Oh, did I say Indiana?
Yes.
Okay, boy, this
It's
pressure.
okay. I'm just making sure
Illinois,
that you
and
have
if
a second.
of all of them I should not mess up on, Illinois is with you.
It's okay. Well, I'm gonna go with Illinois because I have family that's alumni. I'm from, the great state of Illinois. And a 3 isn't a huge deal breaker. So I think they're gonna pull it off.
Okay, Darla, refresh my memory. I got flustered and as I was asking Bard, what did you went with?
The Jayhawks. I went
Okay.
with Kansas. And that they will cover the spread.
Okay. And Ashley, you went with Illinois. Bard says that the Jayhawks will win by 4.
Four.
Huh. 28-24. I really want to go with Illinois, Ashley. But I have to stay with Bard. Okay.
That's your thing this year, huh?
Yeah, well, until the algorithm kicks in, I can't just jump and okay.
How long before the algorithm kicks in?
We need at least 4 games of data for that.
Oh.
And Ashley, I really like your sweatshirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, next, Darla. Penn State is hosting Delaware. And what is Delaware's mascot?
Delaware's mascot? The Blue Hens.
The Blue Hens. That really doesn't even seem fair, having a blue hen going against a Nittany lion.
No.
The PSU is picked by 30.
Ooh.
Yeah, I kind of figured the lion was going to gobble up the hen and cover the spread. So,
You're going with Penn State?
yep.
I do think Penn State's going to win, but I don't think that they're going to cover the spread. So I'll have to go with Delaware.
Okay. Well, Bard definitely thinks that Penn State's going to win, but they're predicting a score of 45-9,
Ooh.
That does cover the spread.
which is not, which, yeah, we're going
Bard
with,
didn't seem to be doing so well last week.
no,
though.
I know. So I that does cover the spread. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. I don't feel good about that one either. Okay. Nebraska at Colorado. Colorado is favored by 3 based because it's in Boulder. So here we go again, a toss-up game. Cornhusker, Herbie the Husker versus Chip the Buffalo. Darla?
I went with Herbie Husker. This one's for Arnie, Stacy, and Emmett. So I went with Nebraska.
Okay.
All right. I am also going to go with Nebraska. They had a tough loss to Minnesota, and I think they have something to prove. So I think, they have a little motivation. So I think they're going to win.
Yes, I'm going to go with you on this. I think all the hype of Colorado's coach was built into that first game. Nebraska's defense, as the three of us saw, was really good. And I'm going Nebraska also. Arnie, this one's for you. We move on to, I'm really curious what Ashley's going to do with this one because she has ties to it. Purdue is at Virginia Tech, and Virginia Tech, with the home field, is still only picked by 2.5. Darla.
2.5. I went with Virginia Tech. I went with the Hokie Birds. And I have a little nugget of information here. Did you know they used to be the Gobblers?
The what?
The Gobblers. Virginia Tech used to be the Gobblers. But there was a student back in 1960 that said that he saw that other universities had like mascots, like costumed mascots, and he decided he was going to raise money and make sure that happened. So he did raise $200, got some support, drove to the manufacturing company in Pittsburgh, and they together created this Hokie bird that's more like a turkey head or a cardinal head and a turkey body. So it has evolved, and in September of 1987, it was fine-tuned and presented by riding onto the field in a white limousine with high techs and 2 students dressed as Secret Service agents.
Wow, what a history
I think that was
trip.
a great tidbit, a great little morsel of information there.
So you're going
And they do tryouts for you to be to wear the costume, and then it is supposed to be kept a secret. And once you graduate or at commencement, then it's revealed where the person wears the feet of the costume.
to be a Hokie
Oh,
bird.
that's kind of cool. And then you get to
to be a Hokie bird
at graduation. That's kind of cool.
So because of all that, you're going with Virginia Tech.
Yeah, you betcha.
She's done all the work.
Okay, Ashley.
All right. If I'm anything, it's loyal to my ties to Purdue, so I'm gonna go with Purdue.
Yeah, the Bard has Purdue winning by 3. That's definitely more than 2.5. Purdue had a tough loss last week. Ted, I'm back with you. Jen, I'm with you. Ashley, we're going Purdue. They're going to find a way to win. Sorry, Darla.
I kind of have a feeling that my picks aren't going to be so good, but oh well.
Darla, you've managed to pull it off time and time again. So don't let us get in your head.
Don't. Okay. They're just numbers. This one was interesting when I was looking up the mascot. Pete and Penny Penguin versus Brutus the Buckeye. And there's Pete and Penny. Oh, Darla. Oh my God. Buckeyes by 41. Darla?
Big.
So I did go with the Buckeyes, but not to cover the spread. So technically, does that mean Youngstown State?
That means you're going with.
Does that mean Pete and Penny?
Pete and Penny. Okay. Oh my God.
I'm going to do the same thing. I do obviously think Ohio State is going to win, but that is a big spread. And it looks like they had a big spread last week and they didn't cover it either. So I'll have to go with Youngstown. Youngstown.
Just like Youngtown, Arizona. Bard has Ohio State winning 45-3, which is definitely more than 41. So I guess this is where I steal one with OSU. It's so hard to pick OSU because Ugh, but that's what I'm going with.
Do you guys
This
want to know how Pete and Penny came about?
how?
So, a student by the name of Vic Rubenstein. Well, first of all, the Penguins, they kind of were tagged as the Penguins when the basketball team came. This was, oh, I don't know what year this was, but they came in the middle of the winter and came onto the basketball court. And one of the fans says, they look like penguins walking in, the way they were swinging their arms and walking, trying to warm up. So that stuck. But then the student back in 1965 by the name of Vic Rubenstein donned or wore a tuxedo and a penguin mask. And then it stuck. So then in 1980, they decided that they actually needed to have the costumed version of it. And that's when they had Pete, then Penny came along, and Pete and Penny married in 1986.
Oh
And they
my God.
renewed their vows in 2008.
Wow, look at them go.
It's surprised we don't have
By
any
the president,
little
Jim
penguins.
Russell. Huh?
Surprising we don't have any little penguins.
Yeah. I just think it's kind of cool how their mascots came about.
Yeah.
I mean, who'd pick a penguin?
Yeah. Okay. Cyhawk, the Battle of Iowa. University of Iowa is in Ames against Iowa State. Iowa is picked by 3.5. Darla?
Iowa State is by 3.5. I have Iowa by 4 on
Or
my
excuse
spread.
me. Oh man, I was looking at my Iowa is by 3.5. Not Iowa State. Correct. Stand corrected. Boy, I'm
Okay,
just
all right.
mucking it up.
Oh no, I just wanted to make sure that the pick is going the way I want it. So I went with Iowa and they'll cover the spread.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm gonna go with Iowa, and they're gonna cover the spread. Home field advantage.
It's at Iowa State.
Oh, just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, still.
Going with Iowa here. I'm going to follow y'all's lead, and Iowa State still has a lot of players missing. Bard says it's going to be a really low scoring game. 20-16 Iowa win. Then we move to East Lansing, Richmond at Michigan State.
Yeah, and you got Scooter the Spider there.
Yes. Scooter.
You have a picture. Oh, there he is.
He looks.
I like the sweatband.
Yeah. And that was because, so that mascot, they used to be the Colts. They got named the Spiders because of a sports writer that used to refer to the pitcher, one of the pitchers with lanky arms and a stretching kick move that he would do. And that's how they became the Spiders.
I feel like all of these stories are just based off of one student that made a comment.
Yeah,
It
that
must
was
be
just
like Josh's
inspired.
opinion just gets around everywhere.
Okay, Darla, who are you
So
going
I
with?
went with Michigan State, and I did think that they would cover the spread.
I'm also going to go with Michigan State, and I think they're going to cover the spread.
Well, Bard disagrees with you. And Bard says that Michigan State is going to come up they're going to definitely win, but not win by 28. So that means it's Richmond, which goes against what I want because I would go for Michigan State. Thanks, Bard. UNLV's going to Ann Arbor. Michigan number 2 in the country, picked to win by 37.5.
So I went with the Wolverines, and I predict that they will cover the spread.
How did they do last week, Michigan? Yeah,
Let's look at it here. Michigan definitely won. They did not cover over East Carolina.
all right. Well, that's what I think I'm going to go with then. I think Michigan's definitely going to win, but I don't think they're going to cover the spread. 36, that's a lot of points.
So Michigan will cover or will
No,
not?
no. I'm going to go with UNLV because Michigan's not going to cover the spread.
Yeah, Bard has Michigan winning 40-12, which is only 28 points. So looks like we're in the same camp. So we're going UNLV.
This is going to be quite the shakeup, I tell
I
you.
know.
I think we're throwing out a good variety here.
Yeah, yeah.
University of Texas El Paso going to not East Lansing, going to North Chicago area to play Northwestern. UTEP is picked by a point, which is staggering from a team outside of a Power 5 conference to be picked to win at Northwestern. Darla.
Yeah, I went with how do you say it? UTEP?
UTEP.
University of Texas El Paso, because yeah. And their mascot actually has a name. Pay Dirt Pete. That's what the Miners' name is. Pay Dirt Pete.
Hater Pete. That's enough right there.
Pay Dirt Pete.
Later. All right, I'm gonna stick with my roots. I'm gonna go with Northwestern. I think they have it in them. I think they can beat them, especially given the difference is only a point and a half.
Yeah, Bard has UTEP winning 20-18, and I really want to pick Northwestern, but we're going to stay with Bard. Okay, I don't agree with this
Is
one.
Bard an AI bot? What
Yes.
is Bard? Okay.
Bard is Google's
we're almost
AI.
done, but I'm okay.
Yep.
All right. I caught on.
Charlotte is at Maryland. Maryland is picked to win by 24.5. And we have Sir Spur 49er from Charlotte versus Tuxedo the Terrapin.
Yes. Actually, it's Norm the Niner.
Norm the Niner.
Norm the Niner, yeah. But I went, I think Maryland is going to win, but they're not going to cover the spread. So I guess it's the 49ers or Charlotte.
All right. I think why not? You know what? I think Maryland is going to cover the spread.
And Bard agrees with you. They think Maryland's going to win by 28.
Ooh.
So
I think that's pretty good.
Wow.
So that's what we're going with. Then we
Maybe I should change my mind. Do I get a chance to do that?
No, you already can't pull the ballot back unless you're in Georgia.
Darling, I think you're pretty safe. I felt bad for telling all of you with large spreads that they weren't going to make it. So I'm like, you know what, we'll give Maryland this one.
And up at the bank, Eastern Michigan, who is a good team. They won their bowl game last year at the Gophers. Gophers are picked by 20.5, which I think is a big spread. Darla.
Okay, I feel I need to be loyal, but I'm really nervous about that spread.
We all saw the Gopher offense.
I know, but it just feels awful to say Eastern Michigan though. Okay, they're going to be on fire. I'm going to go Minnesota, and they're going to cover the spread.
Wow.
High hopes for Minnesota.
Pivot on that one.
And PJ is going to know I'm loyal.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Gophers. I saw you guys play last week. I don't think we're gonna make that spread. Maybe they'll win by the skin of their teeth, maybe, but it's not gonna be by 20.5 points. So I'm gonna go with Eastern Michigan.
I agree with you, Ashley. So does Bard. Bard says Gophers are going to win 29-17. That's only 12. I think the Gophers is really good. I think the Gophers offense is still emerging. So Gophers will win, but Eastern Michigan will not cover. We go to Rutgers. Temple at Rutgers. And the spread is 8.5.
I went with Sir Henry. I think Rutgers is going to do it, and they're going to cover the spread.
Sir Henry, the Scarlet Knight.
Hmm. You know, I'm just going to ask again, just because I have not done my research. Did Rutgers beat Northwestern last week?
Beat them handily.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to go with Rutgers. I think they're going to do it and cover the spread.
And Bard agrees with you. Or no, excuse me, Bard disagrees. They say Rutgers will win, but it'll be more of a score of 28-24.
Ooh.
That's only 4 points. Wow, Bard, what are you coming up with here? Okay, so I'm going with Temple.
You know, we have to realize that Bard doesn't have anything to go by either.
No, well, it should. It's got all the Google Analytics.
Oh, okay.
And the nightcap out in Washington. Wisconsin at Washington State. It's Bucky the Badger with Wazoo the Cougar. Wisconsin is picked to win by 6.
I went with Bucky Badger, and they'll cover.
I'm also going to go with Wisconsin. I think 6.5 is doable. I think they can do that.
Okay, I'm nervous. I just punched into Bard to see what and they say that Wisconsin's going to win 31-28.
Not quite 6.
Not quite 6.
So close.
Oh, goodness. Yes. So I'm going Washington State against my better judgment. Wow. I'm sure glad that Josh talked me into doing this Bard thing. Okay, let's take a look quick at what we have here. Darla, you're out there on a lot of yours, but
I know.
no one's going to argue.
Knowing Darla, it's gonna work out for her in the end.
Yes, it's
I
just
don't
like
know. Maybe this isn't my year.
it's and it's just like Six Pack, and it scares me to be on the podcast picking winners with the two of you.
So yeah, Darla, as long as Dean doesn't win, that's all that matters. So
love you a lot. I think
Darla and I have to be on the same team.
Yeah. Oh,
We'll just make sure we
Um,
were.
So, Darla, share with Ashley our last 2 6-pack ordeals at the lake.
Oh, I missed
I won both of them.
that.
Yeah. Dean, what'd you say, Ashley?
Why was it an ordeal?
I don't know. He makes a big deal out of it. I did get, when he and I played just the two of us, I got 2 postage stamps and I was just being nice. Otherwise I would have got 3. So I did kind of kick butt there. So
that is generous. That's
And then she had 2 postage stamps when the 4 of us played also.
yes. Sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes it falls where it's supposed to, I guess, huh?
I say don't you dare feel bad about that, darling. You know, win at all costs when it comes.
Yeah, and she does. She puts on this cute little face, but then it's just like, yeah, dagger. Well, this has been a total blast. I am so thankful to have both of you here for this. I'm very curious the how these turn out, but tonight is where, Ashley, we may just have you instead of Josh.
I mean, he is the personality. He's the face of our family. So I feel
Is
like
he?
he
Is he?
probably.
Is he?
I
Do
feel
we
like
want
he
to?
brings more knowledge. At the very least, he brings more football knowledge.
Well, he talks more.
I think he brings the wit.
Oh, this was really good, and anxious to connect with you guys again, and it's always a
Gives
pleasure.
me a reason to watch a little college football.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'll just look up the scores.
And to get ready for when you all come up for you and Darla to kick our butts in 6-pack.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
For sure.
just no doubt. Okay,
Yeah, we might have to convince Josh to play because we know he doesn't like to do things he's bad at.
yeah, and he's still a little salty from previous.
It sounds like you are too. So I mean.
Oh no, I just know I'm going to lose, and I just play for fun now.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
Sure.
Okay, you know what we do to finish this?
Yep.
Bring it in. Sports dolls on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sports dog.
Sports dog.
Ah, good session, y'all.